You've got something to do, you know it's important, and yet, instead of doing it, you start thinking about doing it. You replay it, you plan it, you predict the outcome, then you get overwhelmed. So you scroll, you pace, you put it off, and hours later, you're still where you started, but now with a side of guilt and brain fog. Welcome to the mind trap called overthinking. It feels productive, but it's not. It's paralysis disguised as preparation. And today, we're going to break it. First, let's kill the myth. Overthinking doesn't mean you're a perfectionist, or a strategist, or just a deep thinker. It means you've trained your brain to substitute action with analysis. Why? Because thinking feels safe. It's predictable. It protects you from failure, embarrassment, judgment, even uncertainty. But it also protects you from growth, from momentum, from finishing the thing that could actually move your life forward. You're not too lazy. You're too mentally busy doing the wrong kind of work. Let's fix that. Overthinking equals avoiding a decision. Here's a harsh truth. If you're stuck in your head, you're avoiding a fork in the road. Start or delay. Say yes or no. Go left or right. You think you're gaining clarity, but really you're avoiding commitment. Because once you decide, the thinking ends and the doing begins. So your brain loops to avoid the risk. And you tell yourself you're not ready yet. But you are, you just haven't chosen yet. So how do you get out of the loop? Let's break it down. 1. Name what you're avoiding. Overthinking is rarely about the task. It's about the fear beneath the task. Example. You're not overthinking writing the email. You're afraid it'll get ignored, or judged, or lead to conflict. You're not overthinking the project. You're afraid it won't be perfect, or you'll mess it up, or someone will find out you're not as good as they think. The first step to escaping the loop is naming it. I'm not confused. I'm avoiding feeling uncomfortable. Once you see that, the game changes. 2. Shrink the task. Overthinking thrives on vagueness. It dies in the face of clarity. If your brain doesn't know where to start, it starts everywhere. So don't start the project. Don't fix your life. Don't finish the report. Instead, write the first sentence. Open the file. Outline 3 bullet points. Do it for 3 minutes only. The smaller the task, the less your brain fights it. Once you start, you're in motion. And motion kills loops. 3. Use the 2-minute interruption rule. Next time you feel yourself spiraling, thinking about what to do, how to do it, what might go wrong, interrupt the pattern immediately. Set a timer for 2 minutes and do something small toward the thing you're avoiding. It can be dumb, imperfect, incomplete, doesn't matter. The goal isn't to finish. The goal is to shift from thought to action. 2 minutes is the wedge. It breaks the circuit. It proves your brain wrong. I can do something right now. 4. Get out of your head. Literally. Overthinking lives in stillness. Sitting, staring, spinning. So move, walk, talk out loud, write by hand. Get the thoughts out of your skull, out where you can see them, where they shrink, where they can't echo. Try this. Record yourself talking through the issue. Scribble the thoughts down in one messy brain dump. Explain it to a friend in 60 seconds. You'll notice, once the thoughts are out, they lose power. Your brain stops looping and space opens up. 5. Decide once. Indecision is rocket fuel for overthinking. So here's a rule. Decide once, not 7 times. Not let's revisit tomorrow. Once. Set a deadline. Make the call. Move forward. You can tweak later, but don't keep reopening the question, because every time you redecide, you reset the loop. 6. Build a bias for action. Most overthinkers say, I'll act when I'm sure. I need more information. I'm not ready yet. But the truth? You get clarity from action, not the other way around. The best thinkers in the world don't avoid action. They act, then adjust. They fail fast. Learn fast, iterate. Your brain wants safety, but progress lives in motion. Build a new reflex. When you catch yourself thinking too long, act small now. 7. Focus on the next 10 seconds. Overthinking loves the future. What if this doesn't work? What if I fail? What if they say no? Too much future equals too much fear. So collapse the timeline. Forget the whole project. Just focus on the next 10 seconds. Click the button, write the word, hit send, walk into the room. The present is your only battlefield. Everything else is fiction. 8. Expect resistance. Act anyway. Here's the thing no one tells you. Overthinking doesn't stop once. You don't cure it. You just get better at overriding it. You feel the spin start, and you interrupt it again and again until it becomes automatic. You still feel fear, still feel uncertainty, but instead of analyzing it to death, you move through it. That's what action people do. They don't feel less. They just trust action more than thought. Final thoughts. Your brain is not the enemy. It's trying to protect you, but protection isn't progress. You don't need more plans, more clarity, more confidence. You need less hesitation, less second guessing, less wasted thinking. You stop overthinking by proving over and over that action doesn't kill you, that you can act scared, that you can move uncertain, that you can start messy and clean it up later. So here's your challenge. Pick one thing you've been spinning on. Set a 2-minute timer. Take any action right now. Because clarity doesn't come from thinking. It comes from doing. Subscribe if you're done watching your brain do backflips and ready to build momentum that actually moves.